Hello and welcome to Zelda Speedruns. It is time for the OTR brackets phase to start. Your commentators today are New IT Guy and Okishi. And we'll see if we can get a restream together because it looks like we might have some stream problems over on Schulzer's side, but we'll see about that. Either way, let's at least get this race underway. Hyper's going. Here's to a fun brackets phase.
And happy time zone, everyone. Looks like we're getting a password here. And we're going to be starting here in about 6 seconds.
I would refresh. We have started on my screen.
Well, you know what? I don't need this negativity from you.
How you doing today? We have Hyper versus Schulzer, the number 7 seed versus the number 26 seed, facing off in the very first brackets match here tonight. This is it. Season 8 has officially started. I mean, you could argue that qualifiers officially started, but come on, let's have some fun here. So we got a pretty nice, pretty basic child start with our start being in the market, which means you're probably just going to go get your 2 songs. You're going to have a pretty standard opening, but we did start with the light medallion today. And if you are not familiar with what the requirements for Season 8 are, as for Bridge and Ganon's Castle, you do need your Spirit and Shadow medallions along with the light arrows. This is vanilla bridge requirements. And then the Ganon's boss key is unlocked by having the light med, the forest, the fire, and the water med. So we're going to refer to those medallions as your Ganon's boss key medallions today, or GBK for short. And we're going to refer to the light arrow. Please drop them down below, and we'll do our absolute best to go and explain things. Otherwise, we have an opponent start with a light med start. What do you expect to see today? Yeah, all dungeon seeds. Runners love to see all dungeon seeds because it does kind of extend the seed, and it does promote your routing of the seed overall. We did just get a Storms inside of Lon Ranch, so that's pretty nice. Did we catch what the foolishes were?
Looks like Jabu was one of them.
Gerudo Valley, Jabu, and Domain are going to be our foolishes today.
Ugh. That makes Ice a real fun play.
Yeah, Ice. Alright, and nothing in here, so honestly, like, you probably... Okay.
Okay, potion shop, sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's where we spawned, so we knew that was there, but we're probably just going to get the one song, and, I mean, runners could choose to go to Kokiri Forest and go get that song as well as the Kokiri Forest items, do some Lost Woods checks, get your little booster pack in Mido's house.
Yep.
That is correct that Schulzer is on a 30-minute delay on accident. So we will see how to figure that out.
And we're seeing an adult play here now from Hyper, not surprised.
Yeah, this makes sense.
Saw some stones there. It looked like fire, water, and spirit.
Yep, that sounds about right. Fire, water, spirit are our stones, which means we have Jabu, DC, Forest, Shadow, and Deku left over that are going to be our meds. And what are they going to be? Okay, cool. So our bridge medallions are going to be Shadow and Deku, and our Ganon's boss key medallions are going to be Jabu, DC, and Forest.
Yeah, foolish, Foolish Jabu blocking a song is kind of interesting.
Blocking 2 songs, might you add.
Right. Oh, that is true. It does block Burning Cack.
So we've already got Storms, we've already got Eponas. Honestly, just give us a Frogs 2 seed. I would love it.
Ooh, that's spicy. Well, we will know if it's a Frogs 2 seed, as well as an All Dungeons seed, as soon as we find those hints.
Alright. Kakariko, what you got for us today? So, if you're not familiar what the typical route is in Kakariko, Hyper's gonna show you. Rufio, what you got? Magic. Nice and early magic. And that magic's hard to tell that magic bar is full.
Right.
Haunted Wasteland is foolish, which is really nice. And a boomerang. Okay, so far we're 2 for 2 for major items in Kakariko. I'm also apparently 3 seconds ahead. I'll go and refresh.
We got a Bolero in the Windmill. And choose on Anju. That's nice. Free explosives.
Ooh, 40 is the Iron Boots, 30 is dead, and 50 is also dead.
Okay, so we're gonna try to find that gold scale.
Well, hopefully we don't even have to dip in the water.
Well, right. Oh.
Okay, another big chest. What are you? Oh, yeah, you are definitely keeping that hook shot.
Uh-huh. That's worth a chew.
Okay. Alright, small chest. What are you? Nothing. You know, whenever that chest ends up being a bomb chew, it feels really good, but for the most part, it's almost never worth it. Inside the crate, we have a bow.
Oh. Okay.
That's nice. And we might actually get Schulzer starting here soon. All right. This is gonna be wonky. Okay, Schulzer's officially off. And he's Mario.
Interesting. What was the song? Oh, okay. We got Song of Time on Prelude.
Okay, alright, yeah.
That
is
song
one I
we
missed.
didn't see.
Alright, we're gonna check out what's over in Death Mountain Crater. Could not tell what that was, but it looks like more bomb chews sitting on top of Crater.
Yeah, probably not going to get those unless we got some hover boots.
And a nice minuet over there. So, was minuet gonna get us? ZL. Very nice. Now, with those bomb chews, you have ZL, you have storms. You just do bottom of the well.
Well, yeah, you can peek bottom of the well. Really, you only have to really expend one shoe.
Yeah, I
for
mean,
the
you don't even have
basement.
to. You don't have to do any chews if all.
Well,
those
that's true.
are dead.
That's true.
Yeah, so it does make the most sense for density, given that we don't have any hints at the moment. Nothing, no paths leading us in the right direction. It also works out that Hyper didn't go to Child Kokiri Forest or SFM or Sacred Forest Meadow beforehand, now having the minuet in hand. Okay, that is. Yep.
Aw.
What was that him?
Frogs 2 is dead.
Okay. Yes. Hyper really wanting to grab another pack of bomb chews. When you get, thing is when you get 5 bomb chews, you're probably looking at just expending those bomb chews. You don't really want to save scum those bomb chews or try and make them stretch for too long. You're probably going to spend more time doing that rather than actually making useful checks.
Right. And Lost Woods isn't foolish. This is a good place to expend some of them.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, even if you look at the what you get for the amount of shoes you have, we've already gotten Hookshot. Oh, that's nice. OoT is Sun Song, so
And
the
Sunsong's grave is hinted dead.
Right.
So yeah, AD is officially off the table. Oops, AD can still be a thing.
DMT to Goma. So I'm expecting a K sword somewhere on DMT.
A sword could also be a slingshot.
Yeah, true. Slingshot logic.
Yeah, at least it's not a Deku Tree is Path to Queen Goma. I saw that happen recently, and that doesn't sound fun.
Well, that automatically. Well, it doesn't yeah, it automatically means it's a slingshot.
Yeah, slingshot or an item that leads to it.
Right. I was like, well, no, it could just be an item leading to K. No, you need K sword to get in there.
Yep, that's also a good call.
Skull Mask is hover boots.
Oh, I don't think Hyper has that information, and we do need to do Shadow. Okay. Yeah, it looks like Schulzer definitely wants to just start that child sequence as soon as possible.
Yep.
Get those hover boots. More
Oh.
bomb shoes.
That's 10-pack.
Very nice. And with that, the bomb shoes on top of the crater at least are 10. We only have 2 10s and a 20 left. Does look like Fire Temple. The first 2 checks, the hammer loop checks, those are both going to be keys. Yeah, at this point, you could start expending those shoes pretty well, and you might even be thinking, well, if I don't find bombs soon.
Bigger on swords, nice. And a mirror shield.
Okay. Not really what you want to see, but...
Free shield. It's a free shield. It's just shinier.
Yeah, it's a free shield. Alright, nothing here. And it does look like Hyper's probably going to go over to Kakariko as well, but mainly for bottom of the well. Whereas Schulzer's going to be able to get those hover boots pretty early. Never mind, this is actually a Child Lake play. Looks like a blue rupee down there. Can't quite tell. The foolish hints are Gerudo Valley, Zora's Domain, and Jabu Jabu. We do get to see again that the iron boots are on 40. Still unsure if they're going to be required. But considering that water is a stone...
Yep. And you're not gonna be doing that unless you're hinted Morpha, or not Morpha, hinted Water Temple specifically.
And Schulzer's going to give us a first look into bottom of the well, though without any bomb shoes and no ZL, it still could pay out. So what happened to Hyper there is Hyper ended up doing child fishing at just the wrong moment. There's 2 parts of the time of day where the fish end up doing some crazy movement. And I'm pretty sure that's what happened there. So he walked out, waited for it to turn night officially, and then the fish go back to their normal movement. But it's fine. He saved beforehand so he could preserve his time of day. He's probably going to hit Serenade and go over and get Dampe while he's also in Graveyard. Oh, I guess this works too. So far, nothing coming up for Schulzer in bottom of the well.
Yeah. It is quick checks, though.
And beautiful Dampe time for Hyper.
There's a small chest there.
Oh, nice and big chest. What do you got for us, bottom of the well? Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, currently with Hyper not having the skull mask, it is a little awkward being in these areas. The good thing is that there's another hint for skull mask somewhere in the world, and the hint that Schulzer got is in an okay position. It's not too terrible. Oh, there's just another bow on Dampe.
All the bows in graveyard?
Now, if we get a third bow in this grave, out of logic.
Right.
So I didn't quite catch everything. Did Schulzer pick anything up from bottom of the well? Other than Stone of Agony?
Not that I saw.
Okay, cool. So that's... I mean, at this point in the seed, like, bottom of the well is just your best bet. You don't have logical bombs yet. That ZL probably unlocks you, like, decent progression. And that's a Requiem of Spirit. Alright, so this is out of logic, and it's a big chest. I swear, do not be a bow. Okay. A scale. That's really good for movement.
Yep. Now we just need a Rudos and we can break in. Well, I mean, I guess we can break into Domain anyway, but we're not going to go there without Rudos.
Oh, yeah. Especially if Domain hinted foolish. But that could get you in the Zora's River. But then again, the bomb shoes do the same thing.
Right. Does put you into River logically, though.
Well, not yet. We still need a fire source.
Oh, right. Right. It's fire locked.
Yeah. Now, if we do find Din's fire in bottom of the well, then yes, that will put us in the logic. Alright, Schulzer picking up his sword and shield and Mitos, and the bomb shoes. This is very scary for Hyper being on a quarter heart.
Yeah.
Okay, looks like no big chest over there. There's just one bubble. But that bubble will get you. Oh yeah, and Hyper's gonna grab that for sure.
Half hard to 4. That's how math works.
Alright, bottom of the well, now is the time for you to show what you've got. Ooh, there is a big chest down there. And that's currently bomb locked. So even if that does have our dins, that does not put our scale into logic yet.
Right.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. I mean, it's foolish, but you might as well go beat Jabu in this.
Yeah, Schulzer didn't have ZL.
Yeah. Yeah, that it is a good thing. Schulzer does know that there is one big chest in bottom of the well. So there is a reason to go back. And there's another big chest.
Good lord. Well was loaded if you had the right stuff when he came here the first time. Oh, there's just the last bow. Okay, game. Thanks.
Oh my goodness. Alright. Can we count that as graveyard? It's kind of a graveyard. Alright, we got another big chest in bottom of the well. What is it going to be? This is bomb locked. We already got one hookshot bomb locked. Okay. I mean, with those hovers, that's a solid ice rush.
True.
And the bait chest. This is going to be our Stone of Agony. Songs are very hard. I could also imagine with that boomerang and with explosives in hand, this could also be a child spirit clear for Hyper. Or you could just choose to come back at a later time. Either one honestly is fine. Don't really want to go too hard into your stone dungeons very early on. Okay. And Prelude.
Yeah.
So
Not
that
as
leaves,
impactful, but
we are still we don't know where Saria's song is, and we don't know where Nocturne is. Lon Lon Ranch to Evil's Bane, which is our Song of Storms. So the Evil's Bane hint is going to lead us to our light arrows. So Song of Storms is going to lead us to our light arrows, and what did we get from Song of Storms so far? We have oh, I completely forgot what we got there. Oh yeah, Jabu. So it's honestly like it could just be ice access as well.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. It's fountain or race. Because they definitely can't be in Jabu. But Jabu does block 2 songs.
Jabu does unlock 2 songs. Honestly, that access, that Rudo's letter gives us access to both Saria's and Nocturne logically. So it could either be, at this point, from just what we know, it could be in Ice, it could be in Fountain, it could be in Shadow, which we have to go anyway, or it could be Saria's unlocked.
Right.
Yeah, it is very likely we might get a bottom of the well to Bongo.
Yeah, I would not be surprised with the path prioritization of it being what it is to see that. Or maybe even CAC to Bongo, to be honest.
Okay. Schulzer is Waluigi.
Alright.
Alright, I believe this is Schulzer's first time as an adult.
I believe that's correct, too.
Good thing is he'll probably be able to use a Chew to get that hook shot inside of Kakariko.
Lord Destiny not having anything. Thanks, game. So we have an ice to go.
That was an Ice to Goma? Is that what it said?
Yep, ice to Goma.
Oh god.
Oh, we got a big chest here in the flame room. Or whatever you call this room.
That is a double path to Goma, yeah. Lights! Okay, you definitely keep those.
What was?
Does that mean that bombs are in ice cavern? No. No, that's not what...
That's not possible. Well, I mean, first bomb bag. But...
I mean, it could...
Oh. Where... CL wasn't blocked by anything. Neither was Rudo. Yeah, that's possible.
What is in Trail?
Slingshot, maybe?
I mean, they could both be leading to the same thing. It is possible.
Right.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. And this is pretty good routing for Hyper. Going to be able to do all these Horrors Rivers checks as well as the Song of Storms check in River, while also heading over to Jabu. You might grab an extra bean to plant a bean inside of Crater to get those bomb shoes in Crater.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, other than I didn't see what was on top of Colossus, the Colossus Arch, but realistically, we don't need beans for anything else because Hyper already has Hookshot and has started setting up Scarecrow. So as soon as you go to Scarecrow or Lake Hylia as an adult, you could just do that. So I imagine those beans are to get those bomb shoes.
Yep, and we know that there's 2 other equally available bows.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the only other bean you maybe consider buying one for is for River itself, just for a convenience factor. If you have to go from River, from Hyrule Field side, but
Yeah, you're not going to do that with a Bolero and a Minuet available. What the?
Triple Path, yeah. Okay, so Graveyard to Goma, Requiem.
We did get Requiem.
Or,
It's not the bow. Yeah, there's not going to be a Ganon's boss key path. This doesn't necessarily mean it's all for Slingshot. This could mean that there are items inside of our Ganon's boss key dungeons that lock items for our bridge. So there can't be any hints for our Ganon boss key dungeons because of that fact.
yeah, it's just path prioritization. We're going to get more hint. We're going to get the priority to our bridge condition first before
Yes.
anything else. So we've got probably things that are clearly not case sword that are going to be hinted for us.
It could be fire source logic because we know where that scale is.
Yep.
Honestly, there might just be like Dins inside of Trail, for example, and Dins unlocks the scale inside of Graveyard, and you're gonna need a scale to turn in Zora's or Rudo's letter to go inside Ice Cavern, and Ice Cavern might just have Kokiri Sword or an item that unlocks Kokiri Sword.
What was that at Requiem Prelude?
So that would fulfill all of our paths. What was on that? I'm sorry?
What was that at Requiem Prelude?
Yes.
Okay, so it ain't that.
Or Bomb Bag and Ice. It could just be that. Prox 2 is still dead. Yeah, it could also just be K-Sword in Ice Cavern for Bomb Bag and Deku. I mean, it could be so many things at this point, but realistically, that fire source is the biggest thing that kind of screams out at us. There's the other Skull Mask hint. Okay, it's probably bombs inside of Ice Cavern.
Nani, okay. Yep, yeah. That's a good place for K-Sword.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it said Death Mountain Trail.
Oh, did I read the hint wrong?
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it did say trail. We haven't seen
No.
any trail checks yet.
Burning Cactus Suns. Then what was on OOT? I swear I saw OOT was Sun Song, but that was clearly Burning Cat. Okay, apparently I can't read.
Okay, so is this our fire source? It's just bomb bag.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. That
Well, if bomb bag's just there, then the ice cavern path is probably bait for
a slingshot.
slingshot.
Yeah.
That's terrible. But that also fulfills our Longmon Ranch to Evil's Bane, where we got Storms. Storms unlocks bombs, which unlocks light arrows inside of Child Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good point, and the reason why we have multiple paths to Goma, it means that we're not gonna have a hint to our Ganon's boss key items. So it means all these items that are locked for Bridge.
We've seen all three.
Yeah, 2 bows are
equally available.
Yeah, they don't lock each other. Okay, Schulzer dipping over DC. This is a fire med DC, so we're gonna do everything in here. I mean, when you go into DC, especially with bombs, you're gonna do everything in here, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
With K-Sword in hand, feels pretty good, because as soon as he's done with this, he has options. He could go do Deku after this. And maybe going and doing Deku will push Schulzer over into bottom of the well to go get the Rudo's letter to go beat Jabu as well. Hyper did not check Colossus Fairy. The storms led to lights. You get storms, and then storms gives you bombs.
Yep.
And you need bombs to go further in Child Spirit there.
Yep.
Yeah, so Hyper has been to Child Lake, and so far we've seen nothing. At least we haven't seen any items in Child Lake. Okay, so with Lens on Schulzer's side, and Epona's, and Hovers, and Magic, crossing is in logic. You're able to do it. We know Wasteland's dead.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be for Child Keys for Spirit, is what we're looking at for our Graveyard to Goma path. Or it could be it could be Lakeside Lab, you know, and we need another Zora scale for our Graveyard to Goma path.
Mm-hmm.
Because currently, with our current setup, where we know we have bombs, hovers, hook, boomerang, we could get 40 skulls. Bottle, we could get 40 skulls. So the iron boots wouldn't be like locked by those they wouldn't be locked by those 2 scales. So Tektite is probably not what we're looking for when we're going along that path. Didn't see Arch. We did see, yeah, Irons are on 40 skulls, and we could do 40 skulls with our current setup.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that's a DC done for Schulzer, and a Jap... Oh my god. Ice Cavern to Bongo? How much you want to bet? It's just Nocturne.
I mean, at this point, I think it has to be Nocturne there anyway.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, it is just Nocturne. But, I mean, the fact that the path could just be for Nocturne... yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing we're missing anyway. I guess Dins could also have Dins.
We could have both. That'd be nice.
Alright, this is going to be Schulzer's hookshot. And this will be the Skull Mask hint for Hyper. This is huge, because he could go get that right now.
Mm-hmm.
More bomb shoes from Schulzer's side. Great time to come in, Alex. Yeah, the seed's kind of messed up, not gonna lie. Yeah, triple Goma, Evil Banes, and an Ice to go, Ice to Goma and Ice to Bongo Bongo. We know that Nocturne is inside of Ice Cavern, so that's probably just it. We're also still looking for Dins. Graveyard seems like it's Spirit Key logic currently eating up our path.
Maybe we'll get a peek at the Garch.
We did have lights in Child Spirit, or at least on the second fire check in Spirit. Alright, so this is Hyper getting the bomb shoes.
That Dens.
Up on the arch?
Yeah.
I couldn't see, but I imagine Hyper would have gotten more than just one bean if it was Din's. Okay, yeah, that's HP.
Okay. I saw silver, so that makes sense.
And that was the 20 pack of shoes. This is going to be Hyper's K-Sword and the second Hover Boots hint. Okay, so Din's could be an adult spirit as well. Alright, so this is pivotal for Schulzer. Schulzer needs to go do Deku. But also needs to go back to bottom of the well to get that Rudo's letter.
Yeah, I think,
That's Burning Cack is Saria's song.
yeah, this is probably a playback to the well now.
So, OoT is Sun's song, and Burning Cack is Saria's song. Alright, Hyper's Bomb Bang. Gonna lead him right over into DC. I was gonna do it regardless, honestly. And also Froar's Wind. And of course, Chickens is going to be hinted after. I'm pretty sure both runners have done it. The only person I think might not have done it is Hyper. I'm pretty sure Schulzer was the only one who got the Ice to Bongo. Oh, no, you're right. Yep. 100% right. That was in Fountain. Okay, and 10 Skulls had nothing. Wonderful. is going to be the bow for Schulzer as well. So, I mean, from this point on, thankfully, this is probably where Schulzer goes back and gets that Rudos letter. That's the plus side. We probably see a walk up Zora's River and then go beat Jabu as well. And then a Deku, which is really nice for Schulzer's route. Being able to knock those two out in the same cycle is really nice. For Hyper, this is probably looking like a DC into turning in 10 skulls into probably going over to Ice Cavern. Because at this point, even without the bongo hint, which Hyper does have, even without that hint, you could figure out that Nocturne is in Ice Cavern and you gotta do it anyway.
Yep. Oof.
Schulzer got the... Did Schulzer skip the Rudos letter?
Yup. Could just be banking that it wasn't on dead hand, and unfortunately.
Okay, well, hopefully he remembers to go back at some point.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, that's going to be a hard logical last.
Well, the good thing here is that Schulzer's going to be heading over to Deku to go knock that out real quick. That being also one of our bridge medallions, which is really nice. Even though we got 3 hints, we could get it very easily over into Death Mountain Crater. Still 100%, not 100% on what's in Spirit currently. I mean, my question is it... no, never mind. That was going to be a very dumb question. Alright, DC done for Hyper. Still have a Forest, Deku, and Shadow to do. Still looking for the strength for Forest. Can beat Deku. But at this point, Hyper is a strength and Dins from No Mode. He still needs to go get those hover boots. That's a Central Pillar is Dead. Very nice. With our irons on 40, that would have been pretty bad to see a Central Pillar as a, like, I don't know. Dins or something. Okay, Deku might be providing here.
Mm-hmm. Wallet.
Okay, I put providing in quotations, alright?
It's providing us more bomb shoes. That's about all that's good for. Oof.
That is correct, Kola. We are taking that it is a calculated skip currently to try and be aggressive is what it seems like it's come down to right now. I mean, in Schulzer's best case, he gets locked out from not having the Rudo's letter enough to where he ends up going back. But right now, there's so much open.
The other big one was a bow on Dead Hand.
That would be huge, a dual dead hand. We do only have one dual hint to my knowledge, and that is the fire hammer loop. That would be a huge bailout for Schulzer.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think if it's possible for it to exist without nullifying the without nullifying our any of our Goma paths.
Alright, gonna be a nice Goma kill for Schulzer. And nothing else in Deku, so we did get a bomb bag, which is bomb locked. Alright, Ice Cavern, it's time. Oh. Okay.
Thanks,
Well,
Gary.
there's the gold scale. Alright, yeah, 40. So it is very hard to do it with BGS, but it is possible to do it with BGS.
Well, I mean, we still haven't seen the bottom of the bottom. I mean, we could still need 40. The sea could go really bad really quick.
Looks like a heart piece.
Yep.
Alright, you've got enough bottles. Ice is going to be really nice. You've already opened... Domain's dead, so you don't have to worry about getting that extra bottle of blue fire afterwards. So we know we're going to get a Nocturne. What else do we want to see from here? Dins? Dins and a Strength. I mean... that really would make Ice Cavern pretty nice.
Yeah.
Alright, finally getting into the first checks for ice. Schulzer's gonna head over to the the Hyrule Castle Ferry. We know there's nothing there, but it's always nice to cover your tracks.
That's unfortunate.
Ooh, okay, there is a big chest here.
Mm-hmm.
Schulzer does have the hover boots, does have ZL, does have a bottle, so Ice Cavern he could definitely do. Okay, that's one of our items required for go. We are officially a Dins from, and in Hyper's case, no mode.
Mm-hmm. Also, could also be a strength 2 if we think it's in Adult Spirit for Fire Source.
That is very true. It was worked out earlier that there could just be a fire source in Adult Spirit.
Mm-hmm. But that
There's
would
still
be
just a big. There's another big chest.
Slingshot.
The fire source cannot be an Adult Spirit? I'm sorry, I guess I read wrong earlier.
Oh, third key on map. Okay.
Well, there's a fire source.
Fair game. Thanks. I hate it.
It's one of them.
This is not the fire source you're actually looking for.
We also have... yeah, that's also true. Alright, Schulzer over in Forest. I mean, getting another strength here would be huge.
Does have the hover, so can't do 4-master.
Small chest, it's a strength, fire arrows, and nocturne. It's probably those fire arrows are path to spirit key logic. The song was Nocturne.
We have no idea if Durania has anything.
Let's go, Double Forest.
I don't think there's a chance for AD at this point.
No, just probably a spirit dip as soon as we get the second strength.
I mean, it would be Oops AD if you did all of the dungeons in the least optimal order, maybe. Looking for the last item, but I did not see what that dual hint was, but it was something in Nero's Love.
And that is 20 for Hyper. Lab Dive is still live, considering we did get that second scale in Zora's Fountain. Okay, these are new checks. We have adult fishing. Nice boss key. Now Hyper's going to be able to go and finish up the rest of Forest. Try and stay awake, I promise. It'll be worth it. Hovers are hinted on Skull Mask. So far, nothing on the adult fishing. But I can imagine for Schulzer, this might be a GTG play. Considering they're in this direction, maybe some Hyrule Field checks, maybe some GTG.
Maybe. GTG doesn't sound... I mean, it sounds appealing, but it doesn't sound as appealing since we know where Song of Time's hinted at. And going out there without Song of Time at least kind of sucks. But, other hand...
Hyper is seed 7 and Schulzer is seed 26. Sorry to cut you off. What were you saying?
I said, on the other hand, though, seeing something Song of Time locked on, like, let's say the Arch, or not the Arch, the Ledge in GTG, like, oh, hey, here's, I don't know, a Strength or something. Might be a way to get Schulzer back to bottom of the well a little quicker, but, I mean, I anticipate that a logical last. Assuming it's not already been marked off the mental tracker as, no, it's not here, it's permadead.
I do believe Schulzer did get the Dampe digging bow. Yes.
Yeah. That is the bow he has to have. I guess he could have done the TARDIS, but we would have seen that. Interesting.
Alright, our first Hyrule Field checks. I think a strength here would be really nice.
Well, just refill. And we are seeing a How Nintendo Intended You to Do This Dungeon from Hyper. Making use of the FW. Yep. Rudo's letter is on the dead hand and well. Along with the other bow.
Okay, only one more key needed in Forest for Hyper. Does look like a GTG play for Schulzer. We do know that Valley is hinted dead, so we're not going to need to do anything or any shenanigans in there, which is nice.
Yes, that's correct. He did not have... So the first time he went in, he did not have ZL. The second time he did and just didn't do it.
Yes, we have come to the conclusion he chose to skip those checks. Now, the good thing for Schulzer is you're able to get every check in Gerudo Fortress. He can do the horseback archery. You're going in GTG with bomb bag and a bow, so that's a decent amount of checks. I guess that's one, and then the bow checks, which is still a lot, but currently no strength on his side and no Song of Time yet from having completed Jabu. So those two kind of feel bad, but other than that,
What do you want?
other than that, GTG is still a very dense play.
You just stay up here on the lap for him to do that. Thank you.
At this rate, we should have just gotten a Forest Temple as foolish, because, man, is this one dead Forest Temple.
Oh, I mean, well, we couldn't have Force Temple Foolish. Because you can only have one Foolish hinted dungeon, and Jabu was Foolish also.
Yeah. I mean, either way, Jabu and... I mean, at least in Jabu, you can skip those checks. Whereas Forest, you're doing those checks anyway.
Right. Which I'd argue I'd rather have the Jabu Foolish. That way you know, oh, well, I don't need to worry about missing anything in here.
Correct, yeah. So we do have a hammer-locked key.
Hopefully with cords on my desk.
Listen, I mean, it's just known if you have to do forest, it's
Right.
most of the time you have to do forest. There's nothing in there, but when it's a stone forest, you better be dipping.
Yeah. I don't know about dipping stone forest necessarily, but
Oh man, there's a big
at
chest
least
in the middle.
the first check I can see an argument for.
Big chest in the middle of GTG.
Well, that is gonna be a logical 9 key lock, but we only need 7.
Okay, finally a big chest in forest. You had to get me excited.
I don't know about you. I'm kind of excited about those.
Okay. This is going to be a forced completion for Hyper. Schulzer getting to the back end of GTG. Going to get 2 more checks. We know that one of those checks above the maze is it's just a heart. So you're not going to go into that room.
Right.
But after that, I mean, ice is just the next best play for Schulzer here. Yeah, this is going to be interesting from Hyper. Is this a 20 skull turn in?
Probably. That makes sense.
$20 skulls. I mean, there's really not much in this general direction. Probably just doesn't want to forget to turn 20 in.
Oh, burning cat.
Oh, there's a
Yeah.
big chest. GTG.
Double magic. Not what we're looking for.
We do know that Skull Kid is hinted dead, so Dancing Dead is the only Sarius check that really matters here. 20 is dead.
And so's Frogs too, so.
Honestly, checking Lab wouldn't be a bad idea here. Lab dive. It does look like he's going back child, though.
Yep, we are dens and possibly oh, there's a meme item. That's nice.
Well, at least that item has a use.
Yeah.
So this is Hyper going to be doing the mask quest to go get the hover boots. Grab Saria's song and turn 20 in so he could go and do Dancing Dad while he's at it. You don't want to forget that one. But this is probably just going to be a quick child cleanup. We have not taken a dip into fire yet. We have not taken a dip into water. Oh god, please don't be in water.
But that's so much fun.
What if there's a strength in water, and strength 3 is locked behind strength 2, and you gotta go to 40 to go into water?
I mean, I'm liking that because that makes my bet more correct.
HBA, what you got?
Shield.
Oh man. That's right, I completely forgot Hyper has not done Deku yet, so it's also going to be a Deku clear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this might be a big pose for Schulzer as well. Big pose, probably go check Tektite, just gonna make a little peek. Doesn't have the ability to do Tektite at the moment. Nice hovers for Hyper. And is officially Din's from Go. Big pose is a brand new check. I would also like to see Tektite. Okay, big pose is nothing. Alright, Dad, what you got for us today? Nothing. Oh, Hyper's out of sticks. Luckily, there's a stick right here.
Mm-hmm.
Two sticks.
Yeah. Dad said we were bad and only gave us $5 of allowance.
Alright, Tektite, what you got? This is also new.
I didn't see it, but it's obviously not important.
Look like a Deku Nut? Smells like a Deku Nut? I'm gonna stop that one there.
Explodes like one?
Okay, this is the ice play for Schulzer now. This is good.
Mm-hmm.
Pushes him in the right direction. All these shield flicks from Hyper. I can imagine right now in this seed where you're just hoping for something nice to pop up. Ah, that's right. Yeah. The BFA from GTG is actually, yeah, I mean, it is going to make things nicer. That's for sure. Alright, two things we've seen before. We still want to see... I mean, we haven't seen anything in fire yet. We haven't seen water at all. Lab Dive is still, like, high up on the list. Like, Lab Dive should be checked at some point. Yes. Yeah, technically, Goma is out of logic. And locked very deep into the seed.
I don't know if we've seen Night Market, to be honest. Yeah.
Alright, Frogs 2 hint for Schulzer. Pepper gonna get baited out into these big chests in Deku. We know it's nothing, but... Zora scale 1 for Schulzer. Still needs to get the other scale from Graveyard. The good thing is that Schulzer will get fire arrows from Ice Cavern, along with the strength, so we're probably going to see a forest completion after ice. But fire arrows, along with strength. So forest completion, the fire arrows will get him that second scale. We still don't know what's on Lap Dive. Central Pillar is hinted dead. And Hyper is collecting all the way to 40. Slowly, but, you know, at this point you have better options than water.
Yeah, Din's in the toilet would be a perfect analogy for the scene.
Did somebody bet toilet?
I don't know if anyone actually bet toilet.
Is Schulzer skipping the strength?
It appears to be.
Yeah, there's a strength there. I mean, we could hope he goes back, right?
Unfortunately, even if Schulzer has seen the hint, the fact that Nocturne is here auto fulfills Path to Bongo on its own. And unfortunately,
Okay, so this is bugs for Hyper. Looks like he does want to rush. I mean, are you rushing 40 at this point?
From whose perspective? Because if we're talking from from Hyper's perspective, hell no, we have 2 scales.
Yes.
We ain't rushing anything.
Yeah, so this is double elimination, best of 1 series. Okay, Schulzer's getting the Zora scale, or the gold scale. Go to lake. Go to lake.
That is go to lake.
Thank you.
Well,
I've been dying to know what's on Lab Dive.
well, and Schulzer's got to think, oh, this is probably my Rudo's letter. We're gonna roll towards Lab Dive, right? Okay.
Well, no. He's not thinking this is his Rudo's letter because that scale is locked behind Rudo's
Oh,
letter.
right. You're right.
I mean, just... At this point, it can't even be the slingshot, so...
No. Could be a strength.
I would pop off for a strength.
Let's fucking go!
Oh my god, it's a strength. Okay. Well, that's good.
I probably shouldn't pop off at 5 a.m. in my
It's okay.
apartment, but that's pretty good.
It's okay. Just get that strength. But I mean, we're probably looking for another strength anyway.
Mm-hmm. Or 2. I'd like my bet to be right.
Alright, that's 27 for Hyper. Oh, I think you might be right. I think he might be grabbing irons to give him a reason to head over to Lake.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be another skull from Hyper going into outside Ganon's castle. Grab that skull.
Strength 3 in the toilet could be funny. I'd probably cry, but you know.
It's a forest double dip for skulls. So it does look like Hyper's going to be hyper-fixating on skulls here. He does have gold scale marked on his tracker, though obviously we are blessed of the knowledge of a strength being there. He doesn't quite know it. There we go. Everything's back. Okay, that's 32 for Hyper. And 33, okay. We're just gonna count. I think in that scenario, Tobias, he does not... No, you don't go water. You go spirit.
Mhm.
Ring was not hinted path. Schulzer does not have the double Ice Cavern hint. He only has the single Ice Cavern Nagoma hint.
Mhm. Oh, he didn't read the fountain hints. Six.
Again, with no dip in the fire. I mean, we do know that the hammer loop has 2 keys, but still, there's just a chest sitting there, whether it's a key or whether it's an item or a boss key.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it could just straight up be dense fire.
He might also not want to go to GTG until he has iron boots as well to do
Mm-hmm. That
toilet.
makes sense. But yeah, I mean, I get that. If you do think at this point, oh well, this is GTG. 39.
I think 40 is gonna be that.
YCCT skull. Probably. Yep. Gonna be YCCT skull. Um, 40 should be possible without the rain. Because we had Hook also.
And there's 40. Alright, there's our iron boots.
Now the question, are we going to go straight into water, or are we going to do lab dive and go, oh, it's a strength, and then be... going, okay, what do I do now?
Okay, we're in the right direction. This is a water play.
Yup. 100%. I mean, hey, if it is here... Or if we find long shot inside here, French vanilla, I mean, we know that if it's in here, then the only way you get in here is 40 skulls.
There's a big chest. Oh my god. Please. Game. You can't do this to us in the first brackets match.
Don't worry, it's big. It's just our fourth or our third bomb bag.
Hyper has not done lab dive yet. So no strength 2. What is it?
Thanks, game.
Alright, game.
Good jokes.
Keep playing your games.
Alright, see, you keep your secrets.
Looking at his tracker, Hyper did write the meds down correctly. This is good for Schulzer. Schulzer's gonna get the light arrows here. No, please don't eat the seed. Alright, Schulzer, what's the play? We cannot do those in the standard rule set. We cannot do fire arrow entry.
I mean, we could, but it's a DQ, which
I mean,
don't know you want to. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, nothing here. This is I mean, this is Song of Time locked here. What do you got for us, Water? Literally anything. Please show us Water. Schulzer, please go back and get your strength. Or Rudo's. Is that a big chest? I can't tell. Oh, there's some cooking being done.
Oh, that's what that hint was. Okay. So apparently our dual hint was for a river chest, or for bottom of what you call it.
That was our dual hint. Was the
yeah it's in the back of the lake. I didn't see what it was. I just saw it was Neru's love. So that is obviously what that hint was Darkling Loop. And we're gonna just run right by Strength 2.
Yeah, this is unfortunate. This is Lab Dive being skipped by Hyper. Completely skipped. I mean, I guess this will come down to who can last locate first.
Mm.
There's a big chest in the middle of GTG. That's true. It is hammer locked. We know that much. I mean, that is if there's 3 keys inside of the Strength 2 room in GTG.
Get your guesses in real quick.
Oh, boy.
5 letters, 3 L's and R's. Okay, well. Everyone's
It's okay. We'll give you.
Well, we got one guess now.
Right, left. So far, Lady Draco is left.
And that's it.
And we're all out. Big chest, another bug bottle. Oh my goodness.
That is not the bottle that he is looking for.
Well, I guess that just gives us more content now, doesn't it?
And that's good.
Exactly. Okay, Schulzer, check, and fire. This is new to us. We know that there's 2 keys hammerlocked in the hammer loop early.
Mm-hmm. So we're looking at potentially 1 check, well, 1 guaranteed check and a max of 3. Well, there we go. 1 check.
And fire is completely hammerlocked. Fire's off the table.
Yup. Sneak.
I mean, I guess that's a sword and a shield.
Yeah. Okay.
That's 12 for Schulzer. Well, we will get new checks here in GTG. We are going to get the toilet. There's no key Song of Time locked here. But the toilet's also more than likely a key here. Okay. Does look like Schulzer's also going for skulls here. And we are going to get Toilet. Now, yeah, there is a big chest in the maze. Yeah, if Schulzer does run out of things early, getting that Rudos letter is going to be huge for him.
Mm-hmm.
Get him back on the right track. The only other thing is, if we don't have another strength available, going back to ice is going to hurt. I told it. We joke about you a lot, but what are you today? Okay. Alright. It's a key. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I've ever seen a double dip into forest once for skulls after forest being completed, but seeing it twice in the same race is insane.
Yeah, you gotta go for the skulls you think you can get, or can collect reasonably.
Yeah, right now Lad becomes a very bad check for Hyper. It does look like Schulzer's going back Child. Is this just for Skull Collection, or is this a double dip back in, or I guess a triple dip back into Bottom of the Well to potentially get that progression?
I don't think Schulzer goes back to Bottom of the Well, to be honest.
I forget what this big chest was. Oh, right. Double magic. Okay. What is the big chest that's in the maze?
Hammer would be kind of funny, but not possible. Because we had a hammer lock to keep, didn't we? Strength 3. Slingshot would be really, really funny.
Oh no. No. No.
No.
No.
No. No.
Please, Hyper.
Stop. Well,
And
Hyper does have what you call it, FW set in GTG.
oh, wait,
Oh.
please.
Oh. One time.
He's cooking.
No. Wait. What? Causes in confusion. Oh, okay. Just
No, it's fine. You just
do an
lump it in
adult
with the
like
rest
in
of
the
the checks.
Yeah, do an adult like in a reverse order. It's yeah.
Oh boy. Maybe long shot was the best thing that's happened here.
Yep.
All I ask is just please keep going. Okay. We do this first. I like it. We did see top of lab. It is nothing. Strength 2 for Hyper. Just going back to GTG.
Yep. That makes sense. Fastest way to serenade. Or not serenade.
Who needs top of lab?
FW.
We don't need top of lab. That's out of the question. Just don't even worry about it. We do know there's a big chest in the center maze in GTG. That's probably why Hyper's rushing it right now. It's 9 key locked.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's also hammer locked. So we know we're not going to get hammer here.
Right.
There's the last 2 keys. No big chests. It was seriously 4 keys here? Oh my god.
Yep.
Okay. Maybe Hammer's just in spirit. He has enough keys. Yeah, those 2 get him enough, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Logical 9, only need 7.
If this is a slingshot.
Hey, maybe it's the only slingshot and it leads to dens.
Listen, if it's slingshot, you have to commit and you've just go do target in the woods. Oh, that's go mode.
Oh,
It was center maze. Who guessed center maze? It's there.
Right. Okay. So then it's 40 skulls hard required.
No, not hard required.
Well, not logically required. Right.
Which is probably why Hyper did it.
Right.
To follow the
that
logic.
One key on toilet.
Oh my god.
That's a good question. Where is the hammer?
Probably in spirit. probably just in spirit.
Could be spirit, could be water. Strength 2 is on lab dive. The strength Schulzer doesn't have is in ice.
Okay, so this is straight up just going to be a go mode shadow for Hyper. Now, just to note, Schulzer is still 10 minutes behind. 10 minutes delayed. So we are seeing Schulzer around the 2-hour 4-minute mark and Hyper at the 2-hour 14-minute mark. Yeah, he would literally have to, yeah. Unfortunately, this is one that we can call at this point, considering how much Schulzer still needs to do. Still has to go get strength from ice. That's the only strength we've seen. Actually, I mean, it's the only other strength that is available. And still has to go get Rudo's letter, which is in bottom of the well. I could actually hear Schulzer say it's Schulzen time, though, and that's the thing. I'm pretty sure if... He'll go, it's Schulzen time. All in one sentence. That is probably true. We are probably going to see a 40 skulls into Schulzer going water. I mean, you don't push 40 unless you're going to be pushing water directly afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Very nice. Almost done with Shadow. With that, I will be right back.
Cool. We actually have a go mode Shadow.
Wow. Do we? No,
yeah.
you still need one more key.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. We need more. I forgot this room had a lock on. We maybe have a go mode Shadow.
Oh,
We do
big
not
chest.
have a go mode Shadow. Damn.
Do not get the big chest. And that is the 40 of Skull for Schulzer. Absolutely. One of those chests has to be Strength 3. Strength 3, or, hear me out, every single one of them is a slingshot.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Iron Boots. Well, that's not the Iron Boots. Iron Boots for Schulzer. We do have one bomb bag that was in Deku, so just one bomb bag missing.
Oh, look, it's the manager.
Ah, yes. The usual suspect, the manager. It does look like, the stream for Schulzer's went off. Well, the good thing is Hyper will be finishing up Bongo, doing our typical climb up to Ganon's. And just some bombs. Alright, all meds done. Hyper just needs to work his way up to Ganon's castle. A nice heart refill.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, with double Ds, you got the big Goron sword. Your Ganon's is going to be nice and smooth. Yeah, it does sound like an OBS crash happened at the very end. Now, one thing is that Hyper does not have the hammer. And normally when we're fighting Ganon, we have the hammer to do some Master Sword crouch stab damage to Ganon whenever he flings our sword away. The good thing is, Hyper does have BGS, or Big Goron Sword. So Hyper's going to be able to equip that Big Goron Sword and do the crouch stabs with that, rather than the hammer. Now, if the runners didn't have either Big Goron Sword or hammer, the next best strat would either be nuts, or you could hook shot, you could light arrows, you could use regular arrows, you could use bombs, I believe. But those are very, very slow. 10 nuts and you'll be home free.
And Hyper dealing with the Spice Girls.
Yes, it is time for the big boy. Oh, Chuckles. We'll talk after. Alright, in all finality, here's Ganon. Just a couple more slashes and Hyper will be done. Alright, there is the BGS equip. And this should be quick. Very nice. So, to recap, yes, both runners did get an unnecessary 4 skulls, or 40 skulls. But the winner of this race will be facing off the winner between Just Sam and Flea. And the loser of this race will be facing off the loser of Just Sam and Flea. This is the first brackets match of the season, so we have no idea what the other results are. And let's give a solid GG's to Hyper, finishing in first place with a 2 hours, 30 minutes, and 56 seconds. Congratulations. First bacon of the season. GG's and welcome in Hyper and Schulzer.
GG.
Yo, GG. Fucking what a shit show that was.
Yeah, so, okay, I guess walk us through Schulzer, firstly. Not doing the Zelda, or not doing Dead Hand in Bottom of the Well. We came to the conclusion that was just an aggressive skip. Is that correct?
That was a skip. Like, okay, let's go through the entire seat because it all like built up to that point why I skipped that hand. Like, I was like, cool. I climbed up for the extra hint to have a super early hint about hover boots on Sky Mask. Like, that's super good for me. Nice. Then I got my hover boots. I went adult. Did all my stuff, and then was like, okay, cool. The hover boots are not that important. You got Bolero early. Like, it's not that good. Then I got hookshot in Kakariko. So I thought, yeah, like all my advantage from going early to the woods was gone at that point because there was nothing there, and you can just do it later with Minuet. You had to go to well regardless, and if you go just adult early without checking the hint, you have CL. So I decided, okay, I didn't have CL when I went into the well, so. And I feeling behind because I doubled it, like all the stuff. I have to skip at some point, and then I decided I'm gonna skip well to make up for it because I felt like it, at that point it was close if I skipped it and there's nothing on there. Like I didn't felt that behind, but I needed some time to make up. And then of course. The other thing what I did, like going to GGG before Ice, because I thought maybe there's only like a slingshot in Ice, and I'm hunting for Lotus Ladder anyway, because I have Boomerang, Nocturne can still be behind Forest Temple, I don't know yet at that point. I did GGG first, was like, okay, we don't even have any keys, and I know we have 5 keys left in the dungeon, 4 behind Thanks 2 and 1 behind Song of Time. Let's just grab blue fire arrows and speed up and speed up Ice Cavern. And of course, I skipped the other important item in Ice Cavern.
Yeah, that one hurt. But you did pull off the lakeside lab strength first, and we kind of popped off for that because we were wondering the entire time what is behind that Zora scale, and it being the other strength. So that was pretty hype. Now, Hyper, walk us through why you went through for 40 skulls before doing the other lake checks.
Yeah, I made like a really big misplay with path prio understanding. So I was trying to figure out. I knew why there wasn't a DC path. I was trying to work out why the boomerang wasn't hinted. So I thought, okay, it either has to be Song of Time or Saria's. And Phantom Ganon wasn't hinted either. And the misplay I made was, I said, well, Saria's is locked behind forest, so there should be a minuet path. But I forgot that Minuet unlocked ZL, which was needed for Shadow Temple. So that was the misplay. So I was playing off the fact that it was I did Darunia, so Saria's was ruled out. And then I knew it was Song of Time, but I'm like, that still doesn't explain why Forest Temple didn't get a path. So the only thing I found in Deep Forest behind all of the required items was a wallet. And so I'm like combining Song of Time plus a wallet. I knew there was a key on Central Pillar. I'm like, there's literally one check in the game that it can be, and it's behind Song of Time in Water Temple. And then I find the fucking Zora tunic in Water Temple. I'm like, that's bad. I've made a mistake.
And to top it all off, those 2 checks were hinted. Like,
Yeah,
Dark
that
Lake
was
Oh
hinted.
no!
the other double hint.
And then it was a big chest just to fucking troll me anyway. And then, so by that stage, I'm like, I've made a massive misplay. I need to go for shit checks. I gotta hope that Toilet has something because Schulzer shouldn't have iron boots at this stage. So I still had to play GTG to hope that Toilet was required. And then after that, it was basically like do all the shit checks. So I'm like, I'm gonna do like Adult River, Adult Lake. Maybe I had my eyes on Lab Dive because I thought the scale might lock something, but then I was headed to like Hyrule Field. I was gonna do Big Pose. It was basically like do all the shit checks and try and like snag like Dins somewhere. But I still knew that like I pretty much knew it was gonna be the center maze chest because it still had to be Song of Time locked because otherwise the boomerang
Wait.
would be hinted.
Wait, it was a center maze chest?
Yeah.
I needed to do AD because I grabbed blue fire arrows. Oh my fucking god!
Wait,
how
what?
bad can it be for me? Oh my god! I had to do AD to grab the Din's fire in the end, so Hammer has to be in Spirit
Oh my
Temple.
god.
Oh my god. Yeah, Hammer has to be in
Yeah.
Spirit Temple because we had Zigframe pass for Morpher, and the only thing that blocks anything in at this point I think is Hammer in Spirit Temple.
Yeah,
Because
maybe.
why would Zigframe be passed otherwise? So yeah, I would have been completely destroyed by the sea. So where was Longshot then? So
Longshot was also in GG
GG.
Maze.
yeah,
Yeah.
GG Maze. Oh
Yep.
my god, yeah, cool game.
Yeah. So I kind of knew that I was looking for Strength 2 in the end, because I knew Dins was behind Song of Time. I just misread why Phantom Ganon didn't have a path, and that kind of destroyed me. And so like the whole time, even after I found Dins, I'm like, what item can be bad for Schulze here? And I'm like, maybe light arrows in Spirit, but I'm like, as soon as he gets Strength 2, it's like light arrows are only a matter of time. So yeah, I don't know. I felt like I was gonna get destroyed, and just Schulze kept not finishing, and like I still didn't believe even in the final cutscene. But I just got lucky that like it went also horrible for Schulzer as well, because I think we play anyone else besides the two of us, and we get rolled. I just got lucky.
Well, we're not going to keep you guys too long here because we do have another restream that is looking forward to your guys' presence. But anything you'd like to add, Schulzer?
I made every wrong decision in the seed, so it can only get better from here on out. And yeah, thanks for all of these tips. Gonna jump over to it.
That's true. You can only get better from here. I mean, that's somebody joked that, well, you're gonna get burnt by all the other checks, and then then you'll be fine for the rest of the tournament. But regardless, GG's, and we will see you guys later. I'm gonna pass it on to Tobias. Thank you so much for the restream, guys, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.
Thanks, guys.
Indeed. Thank you so much, Hyper and Schulzer, for putting on a heck of a show and for giving me a headache with tech issues. But hey, that's what I'm here for. Thank you also to everyone else who made this restream possible. That's our trackers, Tamaltak and Lady Draco, our awesome commentary team, New IT Guy and Okishi, and obviously you, the viewers. We were glad to have you. What's next on Zelda Speedruns and in terms of OoT Randomizer Tournament and Challenge Cup in general? We might, depending on the volunteer situation, have another OoT Randomizer restream tonight. That'd be on Zelda Speedruns at, if I read my calendar right, 8:20 p.m. UTC, so 9:20 p.m. Central European, or 3:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Even though I think the volunteer sign-up bot got that date wrong. Oh, never mind. I got that wrong. There is subtract 1 hour from all those times. So 7:20 p.m. UTC. 8:20 Central European, or 2:20 p.m. Eastern. Regardless, that'd be Tanjo versus Aosuna, pending enough volunteers signing up for that restream. Also, over on the Silver Gauntlets, our sister channel, there is the group straw happening tonight at 9 p.m. Central European, which would be 3 p.m. Eastern. So if you're in the market for some Challenge Cup shenanigans, that starts up today as well. So there is a lot of OoT Randomizer in our future. In the meantime, though, I'm just going to rate us all over to the interview over on OoT's channel to see if Hyper and Schulzer have some more things to say over there. Thanks all for watching, and we'll see you soon over here on Zelda Speedruns and elsewhere in the community.